This current floor we're on is the main operations level. It's where the grunt work happens for this department. Research, data entry, more busy work than you can stand. Most of the people here are technicians that report to Yuko.
I suspect that if I were confined to life in an office like this, someone would end up being stabbed.
And here we are. Good luck in there. I'll probably see you on your way
That's
out.
quite the spacesuit. I'd be impressed if this wasn't a job interview. Have a seat. And your friend can wait outside. I'm sure they understand. I'm sure they understand that in the end, they need you more than you need them. All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? I'll be sure to let our marketing team know their phrases are catching on. But I hope that's your sense of humor showing. Not to say we don't have our share of self-important attitudes here. In fact, you'd fit right in where some are concerned. But, moving on. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Something tells me you aren't joking. And I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. You may have 0 experience, but leadership skills go far here. How motivated are you to succeed? All in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? In that case, you'd find yourself on one of the best teams in the settled systems. It's nice to see someone take an interest in the legal side of cybersecurity. But I hope you enjoy a challenge. The hackers these days keep our people busy round the clock. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. Especially considering this criminal record of yours. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
Это ежеквартальное напоминание о необходимости следить за своими трудовыми льготами. В соответствии с нашей политикой, ваши трудовые льготы не переносятся и не выплачиваются в конце года. Вы несете ответственность за то, чтобы разумно использовать это время до того, как оно истечет. Политика трудовых льгот не подлежит обсуждению. С любыми вопросами и проблемами можно обращаться к Карлу Воугну, Энди-менеджер по персоналу Ryujin Industries. С сегодняшнего дня мы вносим следующие изменения в нашу политику взаимодействия с новостными СМИ. Только утвержденные сотрудники отдела маркетинга могут делать публичные заявления относительно любого аспекта деятельности корпорации. О любом контакте с новостным изданием необходимо немедленно сообщать в отдел маркетинга. Разрешения на взаимодействие со СМИ должны быть отправлены Женевьеве Мохан, Карла Ваугн, Алексис Прайс и Далтону Файнсу. Несоблюдение этих правил может привести к немедленному увольнению. Техник П. Джазири ID цели S4 I9 тип. Восстановление класса А. Риск. Низкие описания. Подтверждены сообщения о новой разработке технологии гравипривода. Запрашивается восстановление для сравнения. Техник X Рафик ID цели W289 тип. Восстановление в класс риск. Высокие описания. Получены данные о повышении точности лазерных прицелов. По текущим данным, точность составляет 94,5%. Техник К. Макдэниел ID цели R821 тип. Безопасность класса А. Риск. Высокие описания. Получено сообщение о том, что R821 работает над новым прототипом системы безопасности. Точность текущей информации оценивается в 33,6%. Требуется доступ к системе безопасности для подтверждения сообщений, чтобы определить необходимость задания по восстановлению. Техник К. Макдэниел ID цели W118 тип. ARC класса А. Риск. Низкие описания. Производственные нарушения, необходимые для W1I8. Название – старший оператор, полевой агент, статус – актив, сильные стороны. Отлично справляется с поиском информации на высоком уровне. При необходимости способен брать на себя несколько ролей. Требуется улучшение, постоянное требование времени от технических специалистов. Не любит бумажную работу, что приводит к постоянным опозданиям. Действительно ли это негатив? Название – оператор, полевой агент, статус – актив, сильные стороны, сильные навыки скрытности и проникновения. Очень хорошо разбирается в технологиях. Требуется улучшение, не умеет общаться с людьми. Вообще. Название – старший оператор, полевой агент, статус – глубокое прикрытие, сильные стороны, превосходно справляется с длительной инфильтрацией. Всегда остается верным плану. Требуется улучшение NA. Название – старший оператор, полевой агент, статус – перерыв, сильные стороны, превосходно справляется с длительной инфильтрацией. Отлично импровизирует в последний момент. Требуется улучшение, склонны к эмоциональной привязанности. Вчера я обедал с Улару, и это было странно. Я чувствовал, что что-то не так, но она отрицала это. Как обычно, отказалась рассказать мне. Интересно, что с ней происходит. Это не было похоже на ее обычное настроение, когда она сомневается в себе и своих способностях. В последнее время у меня бывают моменты дезориентации, как будто я полностью отключился. Возможно, это из-за этих утомительных ежеквартальных обзоров. Надо будет на всякий случай записаться на прием к врачу. Может быть, я даже расскажу об этом своему терапевту. Я знаю, что Юка сообщает Лейну разного рода конфиденциальную информацию. Лейн, судя по его досье, довольно чист, и если кто и может на кого-то навести справки, так это Юка. Думаю, нам всем нужен советник. Я заглянул в ее личное дело, и, что неудивительно, она постоянно следит за ним. Я не понимаю ее одержимости наблюдением за нами.
What is it?
Hi! Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite. Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody? Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong, the coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal. You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead. Yeah, I bet you are. No one's ever sorry in this business. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me. You don't just get to learn all the ins and outs of Ryujin operations and then just walk away. Even worse, I got fired. They don't let that kind of knowledge run around in the head of disgruntled employees. It's just a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail? And I think you know where this is headed. You act like you're better than me. You're not. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. Let's just say, Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listen to you. You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayu. You know, the very man that runs Neon. They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course. Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again. Give me your honest opinion.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? A decent excuse, but not the answer I was looking for. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
You were right to talk the situation through, rather than letting it escalate.
No more coffee errands, but depending on how you look at it, the word errands technically still applies. Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge. Well, it depends on the job, really. If someone can't be persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary. You're basically removing obstacles from the equation. In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see. Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Make it quick, I have a deadline.
I got my eye on you.
Don't cause any trouble.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is. For the past 5 years, Tranquility is a recent acquisition and we've only just begun to develop the brand. You may have seen how several vendors carry the product now. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. Yes, mistakes are often costly and involve substantial cleanup, both literally and figuratively. Law enforcement, witnesses, evidence, everything has its cost. Good. Then it appears we have nothing left to discuss. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations. Likewise. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? Cleanup, of course. Journalists are pretty quick at putting 2 and 2 together. And I get the pleasure of making sure those connections are never made. Or, if they are, handling the fallout. Yeah, that's what they all say. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. That depends on your actions going forward. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price. Yes, you have quite the history with the Freestar Rangers yourself. Which is why I hope you won't be an issue. Good. Then we should get along just fine.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute, and junior operative the next. Camden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terebrew Coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, Tranquility for relaxation, Arbron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from. I get your point, but if anything, take comfort in knowing that you're the one deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less. Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job.
There's always work to be done. Pace yourself.
I did not even notice. Well done.
I hate being stuck in the office.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. I'm glad you feel that way. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We have reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. Hardly. This is the standard run-of-the-mill tactic we've come to expect from them. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get the job done around here. Think of it as a lesson that Kelt Corp gets to learn the hard way. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Kelt Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Supply chain disruptions in the rail system? Comms are kept pestering me about his damn business. Like security's got time to track something like that down. Are you supposed to be here? Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
I used to get actually for the bacon. I don't know, but I gotta get out of here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break.
What? What?
Lovely day for it.
Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okaribo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh. I'm afraid I've stepped right into it again. Damn. You aren't here about Mr. Okaribo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. I'm not sure. I think he's afraid that I won't be here, and he'll have to deal with my father. Someone who has a lot less patience than I do. Just a few weeks ago, he paid some poor fella to come up here and request a bit more time to pay back his debt. That's why I snapped at you like that. I thought he'd done it again. That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okaribo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. It's a shop over in Akuchi Market. You know, the plaza next to Ryujin Tower? They sell all sorts of mining supplies and raw materials. It's a fine little shop, well stocked and immaculate. Mr. Okaribo is the owner. He's a lovely, lovely man, but his aspirations are one grav jump longer than his business instincts. If only you knew. Mr. Okaribo owes a substantial debt to Keltkor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. For now, but let's not mistake my position for what it really is. A test set out by my father. He's set to retire in a few years, and I'm his only next of kin. But I'm guessing he's not sure if I'm ready to take over the company. So he shuttles me out here for two reasons. One, to flash a friendly face for our clients he flies out here as a perk. And two, gets his firebrand of a daughter as far away from him as possible. He's a real piece of work. Because my father has a ridiculous sense of humor, and I can't stand the name Clover. I mean, seriously, Clover? Our family's Irish, for God's sake. I don't think he could have possibly been more on the nose with that name. Ha ha, very funny, Dad. Niall? Oh, he's the CEO of Kelpcorp. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years. Truth is, he tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you. We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you. No, you've got it all wrong. Saburo, Mr. Okaribo, He's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? That is a rather personal question, and I would prefer we kept things professional, if you don't mind. Oh, that'd be splendid. Just